Hi, Linda. How are you this evening? I'm just gonna go through some stuff, clean up, have a little chat about the picture that I uploaded a while ago about the cops being called on me. The cops called on me. What's up, Gary? How you doing? Wesley, how you doing, bud? Like all your content you're putting out, man. Keep it up. I'm gonna go get me something to drink. I'll be right back. Sorry, I should have done that before I started. I'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. Can you still hear me? Hear me? I'm in the kitchen. I'm not. I'm still in the kitchen with my mic on. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Now I'm in the refrigerator. I'm testing that mic out too. Whoa. Ooh, it says I got a slow connection. Have you guys ever tried that pineapple Fanta? Ooh, it's good. It's good. Just gonna go over some stuff, yeah. Clean up some stuff that we're gonna have on the auction. Show you some stuff that we're gonna have. And talk a little bit. Ooh, that one's missing the plastic. So how's everybody doing? Gonna have two of these. These look like they'll fit like a 5x7 or a 3x5 maybe. Yeah, 3x5. Hi, Peggy. Hope everybody's staying cool. Just wanted to do a little live tonight. Give you guys a little insight of what we're going to have on our auction. Said I'm going to have two of these things here. And let you guys know what happened today. The picture that I uploaded there. My nose is stopped up. A lot of this stuff was from a garage clean out, and the lady did crafts herself, and she did a good job. These are really nice ornaments put together, solid. All these will be available on the auction. Check this out. I don't know if any of you have ever seen one of these before, but I couldn't figure out how to get in there to put oil in there. And the whole thing, the whole wick. Look, you pull out the wick, you put your oil in there, and then you put your wick back in there. That's different. I ain't ever seen one like this. The little metal apple basket. Put it on your counter. Got the chicken wire on the bottom. Well, we was up at Fort Laramie State Park. Hi, Tim. How you doing, buddy? We was up at Fort Laramie, myself, my mom, my brother, his girlfriend, Spring, Steven, and the boys. And Spring, Steven, boys, they went their way over to the beach. Hard to keep the boys' attention with fishing right now. But myself, mom, and my brother and Susan went fishing. Well, I helped mom fish. I didn't fish today. I just helped mom fish. But I got there what I thought was first, little afternoon, and maybe 20 after, somewhere in there. And got out. Well, we got the cooler and went and looked for a table. Hi, Tina. And I found a table. Well, actually, there were two tables. I think it goes on top of a cheese dish. Might find a cheese dish in there somewhere. I'm assuming that's what that was. I don't think this is the cheese dish. Anyway, I went and put the cooler down on one of the tables. And I walked up to one of the shelters to see, because it was empty. The shelter was empty. But I did see a sign on it. So I went up there and walked up there, and it did say reserved. So I just turned around, went back to my two tables, and just sat there. This is a terracotta patio candle plate. Was sitting there waiting for everybody to show up. Not to my knowledge, my brother and his girlfriend was already there, and they was like in a different parking lot, but they was there. Lisa showed up with mom. Spring and them showed up. And we all put our stuff on these two tables and went about our business. We went fishing. Spring and Stephen and the boys and Lisa went swimming. Everything was good for 3 hours. Nothing from anybody. 2-3 hours, nothing. Then we had forgot to give mom one of her medicines, so I went back up to the car to get her medicine. And on my way back, this lady stopped me. And she was a volunteer for Fort Laramie State Park. Sir, that was the end of the respect that she was showing right there. That was it. All went downhill from there. Sir? Yeah. She said, "Is that your stuff over there on that table? Although on those tables?" Yeah, that's our stuff. Well, you need to bring them tables back over here. These people paid for this, reserved this shelter, and all them tables are supposed to be in there. I said, okay. I said, for one, they were there when we showed up. I didn't pull it. And she kept insinuating that we went in the shelter and pulled the tables out, and it was 100 yards away from the shelter. So, I matched her aggressiveness a little bit, and she didn't like it. If she would have been respectful from the very beginning, other than sir, and then that's it, it all went downhill from there. I would have gladly went over and moved the stuff so they could have moved the tables. but she wanted to prove a point that these people reserved it and deserved all the tables that was to go under there, that there was already tables under the shelter that they weren't using. I pointed that out to the lady. I said, well, there's tables that they're not using. Well, that's besides the point. That's irrelevant. They reserved it. They deserve them tables. Okay, you can go get the table. I don't care. And I walked away. Well, she stood around up there for a minute or two, and then I seen her leave. Next thing I know, I see a guy show up on a electric cart. This is a nice little dish. And I see him pointing, and he's pointing over here and pointing over there, pointing towards the tables, pointing. So I told my brother, I said, she went and got somebody. She went and told somebody. And then I was telling him what had happened. And he's like, what's going on? What's it was crazy. So I said, it wouldn't surprise me if she didn't call the park ranger or even the Minster Fort Laramie cops. 5 minutes went by. Guess who pulls up? One park ranger. Then guess who pulls up? Another park ranger. So I'm watching all of this from like maybe 200 yards away, because we're fishing. We're like fishing here. The shelter is way over there, and our tables are over there. All the other tables around that area was taken, so you had to take what you could get. And I told my brother, I said, look, I said, did she called? She called the cops. Park ranger, but still. So I seen the park ranger. Then my brother gets up and he's like, oh, I want in on this conversation. Oh God, we're going to jail today. But there was two of them. They sat there and talked. They talked to the guy that was on the electric cart, and they talked for a minute. And then one of the rangers went over and talked to the people that was under the shelter. And then he took off to the beach. So I thought, well, that lady that I talked to knows the direction and what I look like. And I was right there. So maybe it ain't for us. So he went to the beach. Well, he was just making patrol while he was there, going through the beach area, telling all the people that had all their beer and alcohol, hey, you ain't allowed drinking on the beach, put it away, blah, blah, blah. So he comes back, and him and the other one, the other park ranger, they're just sitting there talking. Well, in the meantime, we get done fishing. Mom's had enough. We've had enough. It's hot. We're all sweaty. So we start walking back. I'm pushing her with the wheelchair through the grass and everything. Get up there. Park rangers look right at us. Don't say nothing. James and Susan get there before I get there. And they don't say nothing to them. So I'm like, well, maybe they're not here for us. It was just a coincidence that, they were called. So I come up and pushing Mom up in the wheelchair into the area, and I put our stuff on the table. And as soon as I put something on the table, he piped up. Sir, is that your stuff on this table? I said, yeah. He said, well, um, these tables belong under that shelter. I said, well, that's fine. That's okay. I said, if the lady would have been respectful instead of being rude when she talked to me, I said, you wouldn't needed to be called. There was no reason for you to be here over these tables. It was ridiculous. This lady was just pushing whatever she wanted to push. I don't know. It was really weird. But I ended up sitting there talking to him. You know, he said, well, we can't take your stuff off. I said, I understand. So here, I'll get it off. He said, well, if you get the stuff off, we can move. We can move. I said, okay. You know, it ain't a problem. It was not a problem. Hi, Jennifer. But that lady made it an issue over those tables when she could have just been a normal person and asked me, instead of being rude and insinuating that we pulled all them tables out of there when I didn't. So that's everything. I was over there talking to him after the deal, after we talked about the tables. We got all our stuff off, and then they only needed one. So we was able to keep one and put our stuff on it, but everybody was in the process of leaving anyway. But I went over there and was just talking, chit-chatting with them. They got a new welcome center up there. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys ever been down to Hocking Hills since they built their new lodge down there. But Fort Laramie is building, well, they're almost done with it. It's supposed to be done in October of 2025. So fall of this year, it's like a welcome center up there at Fort Laramie, right as you that area to the right of the beach. It's a big, nice building, welcome center. There's supposed to be an how do you say it? Apiary. I can't remember the word. And even if I did remember it, I probably couldn't say it. Apiary. Anyway, it has to do with plants. I think I found the cheese. I did. Ain't that cool? It almost looks like she etched that herself. But yeah, I don't particularly like cops being called on something. I do everything under my power to avoid stuff like that. And she just, I don't know. Maybe it's because we was hot. She wasn't getting paid. She's a volunteer. I don't know why she was acting like that. But the game wardens, both of them, one of them had come from a Hocking Hills because I asked him about. I said, "Have either one of you seen the new welcome or the lodge down there at Hocking Hills since they built it?" And the other one pointed to the other one and said, "Well, he has. He worked down there." So we were sitting there talking. Those of you who don't know, that was my dream to be a game warden. And then I got caught up with stupid stuff. But yep, that was the fun for the day. We didn't catch any fish, by the way. it was hot. Thankfully, the breeze, it was a little bit breezy, but it was just hot. You just sitting there sweating for no, sitting there and you were sweating. Oh, I think I'm missing. I don't think it's showing up. Is the option there for you guys to share the live? I can't tell on my end if it's there or not. It's a nice little red vase. I'm just cleaning up some stuff from the units here, getting ready for an auction on the 2nd, and give you guys a little bit of view time on some stuff. Let's see, is this crystal? Listen. Can you hear? Can you guys hear me okay? I got a new mic. I'm sure you've seen that up there. Can everybody hear me okay? Is the sound coming through? Keep saying slow connection on my end. I wonder why it keeps saying that. All right. Can anybody hear me? Can anybody hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me. Or I just told my police story and nobody heard me. Hello, can anybody hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Nobody wants to be the first or what? All this is going to be $1 start. And then you guys will dictate the price. But let's see. You think this is real crystal? Listen. Oh, I don't know. It's got a good ding. Nothing like having a good ding here. Listen. Hear that? Wow. That's pretty too. It's got a pretty design on it. All right, guys, let me know that you can hear me, that I'm not sitting here talking to myself. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? We got a bunch of these little things here. Little bird houses. Looks like the birds fell off of the perch on those. Hi, guys. Give me a thumbs up, whoever's watching. Well, Mr. Ritter's calling. I'll have to call him back. Don, are you watching, bud? It's in the middle of a live, man. What's up, guys? Can anybody hear? I haven't got a thumbs up yet. This chalice it's got a cross right there. And I don't know if you can see it, but he was just calling to say that he can hear us. I wonder why it's not coming up. Hi, Teresa. The Last Supper. That's pretty cool. nifty. Pretty nifty. What's this? Oh, there's them birds. 2 little birds sat on my doorstep. I'll have to glue them back on there. How many of you guys remember going, well, as you was a kid, going to your mom's friends, or even you at your house, having stuff like this? I know my mom's best friend, when we would go, she would have shelves and shelves of this type of stuff. And I wonder why I'm not able to interact here. I don't like that. Gonna have to figure that out. I can't have an auction if people can't comment or anything. Oh no. His fingers are broke off. Look. He lost them in a bandsaw accident. Poor fella. He shouldn't have been drinking while he was running a bandsaw. All right. Don says that I am getting thumbs up. And I'm not seeing. Well, that stinks. That guy lost his fingers. I wonder why. Am I supposed to do something? I got it on a public setting. Sorry, guys. I didn't mean to keep going on about. I'm just not seeing it. Huh. I'm going to have to figure out why I can't see it. But I'm glad you guys can hear me okay. And you got to hear my police story. Stacy. You missed it, Stacy. You missed it. I got the cops called on me today. Can you believe that? Well, game warden. They got guns, so they're cops. No, the lady was coming at me kind of aggressive, and I just matched her energy, and she didn't like it, so she called for backup. I was over there fishing. I don't know what in the world she needed backup for. If she would have been a decent human being, I probably would have even moved it myself. But when she come at me like that, it's whoa. Mm-mm. Yeah, I'm still not seeing anything. I see when people come on. I just see Stacy come on. My wife just showed up. Hi, babe. She's sitting there in the front room. But yeah, I think she had this thing here. Had like that foamy stuff in it. I don't know. That probably throw that away. Oh, here's another birdhouse. I wonder if this went to something, because I've got several of these, and they're varnished and everything. They're nice, put together really well. I don't know. What is this? Whatever it was, it sold for $17. Oh, it's a nightlight. Brand new. Brand new. Brand new in the box. Brand new. Oh, yeah. How about not even been used? Not a bulb in it. But that, I think that's ceramic. That's really nice. Really nice. Yep, gonna have an auction July 2nd, 5 p.m. We're gonna have dollar starts, and then you guys just take off from there. You know, whatever it ends up selling for, that's what it ends up selling for. Hope everybody had a nice warm day today. It's a nice little dish. So, Avon calling. It's your Avon calling. Oh my, there's another one of them. A dish. What's in here? That's a handmade Christmas ornament. She did that herself. There's a lot of these things in here that there's unfinished crafts in here. And it looked like, I don't know, that one could be finished because she put a topper on it there. Oh gosh, there's another little bird. Tweet, 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 tweet. Man, she's got these lady put stickers on everything. Anybody got plans for the next week? Oh yeah, this one's been used. This one's been used. That's probably what this is for here. I don't know. Look at this stuff. Yeah. Ain't that neat? That's pretty cool. It's a nice little decorative piece. Hey, you guys see my shirt? You ever heard of the Peaky Blinders? Guess what? They're coming out with a movie. If you have not watched Peaky Blinders, I recommend it. Pretty good show. Pretty good show. Do we have any angel collectors in the house? An Indian angel. Don't look like she was running a bandsaw. It looks like she has all her fingers. Good job, Pocahontas. Good job. Safety first. Remember that. Safety first. You followed the rules. You still have all your fingers. Good job. All right, what else we got in here? Oh my. This is heavy. What is that? This, I think, is resin. Oh man, little pieces of it is broke. Can you see it? Doggone it. That's a neat little piece too. Oh man, there's some of the leaf. Although anybody that can craft and has that color paint, you could paint over the where it chipped right there, and you would never know. It's still going to go up for $1. Somebody might want it. Finish it up, hang up. That's a neat little piece. I like that. Oh gosh. Look at this we're going to have, guys. MSR Imports. That is a paperweight. Thing's heavy, and it's 2 penguins inside of a big penguin. All right, anybody needing some navy shoulder marks? Gonna have some glassware. Gonna have some precious moments stuff here. All this coming at you on July 2nd at 5 p.m. Brand new knives in a box. Little pocket knives. I appreciate you guys stopping by, listening to my police story. Ranger gut hook, Airborne Ranger knife. All these are brand new, still wrapped up. Everything's starting out at $1. Check this out. I don't know how old it is. I couldn't find I know it's backwards, but it's a David Bowie. I think it's a promo something, but I couldn't find a date. But I thought that was cool. Got some. I got a signed picture here from Journey. That's going up for $1. Let's see what else I got here. There's a print. That's a print of Elvis, and I'm not sure who that other person is. Here's another print of Elvis. Any Elvis fans out there? All 3 of these prints are going to go starting at $1. All 3 of them. You can have all 3 of them. Going to have some girls' jeans. Like I said on the video, I bought these and Skechers work and never wore them. They are brand new. They still got the stuff in it. Brand new. Composite toe. Now, these may not start out at $1. Or these. I did wear these a couple times to work, and I did not like the way, I just didn't like them. These are Rocky boots. I bought these down at the Rocky store in Hocking Hills a couple years back. You can tell, almost brand new boots. They're Rocky brand. These are men's. Where in the world is the size at? Oh, 12 medium. 12 medium. Gonna have some sundresses, girls' jeans, some women's tops, and whatever else I can find, guys. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I hope you enjoyed my police story. If you didn't get to hear it, I'll probably repeat it during our auction because I found it funny. I found it funny. After the fact, when as it was going on, it wasn't funny, but after the fact, the lady was acting the way she was acting over a table that they didn't need. When you know what? After they had pulled 2 extra tables. The guy on the electric cart, he had pulled 2 extra tables under that shelter from somewhere else. I don't know where he got them. And then when I showed up and emptied that one table, he hooked onto that one and took that one to the shelter. Before I left, I wanted to see, if they were using. There was 4 tables that they weren't even using, but they needed the one that had stuff on it that I didn't pull over there. They needed that one because they reserved it. Unbelievable. Pineapple Fanta. Try it. All right, guys. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on July 2nd at 5 p.m. Dollar starts. Not on everything, but almost on everything. And you guys stay weird, my friends. Stay weird. We'll see you later. Bye.